Here is a step-by-step guide on how you can edit video for free using Capcut. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to install the Capcut video editor in your phone or on your laptop. And by the time you install it and you launch it, it will give you an environment like this, or irrespective of how the environment appears. The first thing you need to do is click Create Project. Now, once the environment loads like this, the next thing you need to pay close attention is look at the environment that we're having here, which is what you call user interface. Now, you look at this place that says drag and drop, drag material and start to create here. Now, you drag your videos and drop here, or use this point on import. Now, in my own case, I'm going to drag and drop. I'll come to the folder of my choice and then click the what I want, and then I'll drag it and drop it. You see, it has been added here. Now, the next thing you need to pay close attention is the user environment or user interface. Now, you need to understand what each of these items that you are seeing on the screen here stand for. Now, before you understand what each of these stand for, you need to have a clear understanding of why video editing softwares are very, very powerful and why we need them. Now, we need them because videos in their raw form might not suit the presentation that you want, so you want to transform it into a much more better presentable video of choice. And for you to do that, that means during the recording, it means there are certain things that you never wanted in the video, or you really wanted it to be in a particular way, but you couldn't do it due to some factors of recording. So that means the video editing software are designed using the mindset of reverse engineering. So these people who designed the software actually understood reverse engineering. So you are trying to reverse the video and then have the opportunity to edit it. So when you come down here, this is what you call the first point of call, is where you call the timeline, where we just added this video. Now, this timeline, you can zoom it either by coming here, you can see zoom it and bring it back. You need to understand that since it is reverse engineering, videos are compilation of pictures. Now, look at what will happen. Look at the image here. I'm going to be moving my mouse. As I move, anytime I move my mouse, you see things are changing. Things are coming out one after the other. So that means these things are tiny pieces of pictures put together, but you cannot really see the transition with your ordinary eye. The device understands this. So they are compressed tiny pieces of picture put together in what you call keyframe. That means this environment is your keyframe, as well as better see what you call the timeline. Now, they have audios attached to it. Sometimes they can even have text attached to it. That is what you are seeing on the screen here, and they can be translated into various forms. Now, that means for you to really edit a video effectively, you need to understand this environment very well. That means at every point in time where you want to change something, that is where you want to change. Now, let's break down the environment much more better now. When you come to the left hand side here, you have devices where you can import the devices. You see video is already here. I can decide to use this place to import, or I can add extra video or whatever I want to add. Now, in video editing, the first environment is the main environment. Then you have what you call B-rolling, C-rolling. As you add more things on each videos on this, the next one will be your B-roll, the next one will be your C-roll continuously. But before we break this down, if you look at these places, you see we have split. So you use this to split the video. When I click split now, you see it cuts the video. So when maybe in the event where you don't want some aspect of the video, you can use split to cut it. Now you have environment where you can drag Q left, or put the mouse and drag like this. You see, is reducing it and increasing it based on what you want. Now you have delete. You have this point where you mark a point on the video. You have this, maybe you want to freeze, play, and the rest of them. You can use this to crop. When you click crop like this, it gives you the opportunity to cut. Maybe sometimes you want to have only a small segment of this like this to appear. Look at the screen now. You see only this appear. If I want to reverse it, I will just click here again, come back, bring everything back, and then this is the lower environment. You have this environment. This environment are so sensitive that if you allow them tick, it jams the video. if you are dragging any video and you are trying to put into this place, it makes sure that there is no space. So you can turn them off. You can also use this place to record your voice. Maybe you want to record additional voice. Let me try a sample now. By the time I click this, you see, although you can see that this is it. When I click record,
I don't want to help a few people make millions of dollars.
So you can see it now. When I come down, the audio is supposed to be recorded under it. That is if you want to record new audio. Once you are done with that, the audio will be added under here. Meanwhile, if you want to add audio from another device, you come back here. Now we are going to pick one audio here, like this P square here. We are going to drag it and drop. Now once we drag it and drop, you see it has been added under this. If we want to add another video, we will now come back here again and then click this one, or click this one, or let me say this one, or this one. Let me drag this one and drop it here. Now you see it has been added. It's already on it. You can see it switches to another video. You can see how it's switching as I am moving the mouse. So once you press and hold, it changes the image that is going to show. Most of the time the image at the top is what you're going to show. You can mute the sound of anyone that you want. Use the mute button here or unmute them. Now leaving two sounds at the same time can sometimes be bad. So the best way to do it is to mute or to extract. Let's say for example we want to remove the audio of this particular one on top. We'll right click on it, then click extract. Now you see the audio will come under it. You can see the audio is under it. Now if we want to delete, we click delete. Now it has removed the audio. Now the next thing we'll do is we'll come to this environment. This place allows us to do what we call subtitle. This text, this type of text that you see on the screen, this is where it is being done. You can click directly to add text. Now when you click, it gives you the opportunity to add text of your choice. Now you will now see the text environment is showing. Then if I come here, you can see you see it on the left hand side here. I say video editing. Now you can see it gives me a very nice text based on the text I want. Then if I want to attach effect for it, I click here. Now this effect I want to change the dimension of the image, this text, maybe make it bold. You can see I'm attaching it. You can see it changed the design so into what I want. Now I can make it animatable by clicking bubbles, or sorry, animation here. Now the animation will allow you make the text come in a particular way that you want. Let's say for example I want it to come in form of typing. Once I click this, just watch, I will take it back again. You can see how the text is coming. You can see it's coming one after the other. If I wanted to, let's say for example this one, if I want it to fall one after the other, I'll click this one. You can see how the text came. So there are different swipe and the rest of them. So based on what you want, you can also track a device, a movement of an object on the screen by using the motion tracker here, or you can use the text to speech. Maybe you don't want a particular voice, you click it, it's going to generate a voice for you. Now the next thing you need to come here is when you come to this next point, or before you go to the next point, you click here, you see a lot of template that you want to use from text. Now there are some pre-written template that are already designed. See them, you can see them. This one is moving, some of them are pro, some of them are free. So you take your time and go through it. You can see maybe based on what you want, subscribe, you can see them. So you pick the one you want. Let's say for example I pick this very one. Let me pick any motion one that I want, so that we'll run a short demo here. And let's say for example this text, once I click it, you will now see I'm going to be moving my mouse on it. You see how the text will be moving. So here is it. Let me move it. You see the text is moving. I can come here and adjust it. I say welcome. You can see how the text is coming up. So it's going to move based on how you roll it. That is how this image that you see this woman is talking that is done. Now we have what we call background removal. What you are seeing at the background here is the removal of her background. You can do it by just picking the video, then coming to this extreme right hand corner, click it, Now make sure it is on video here, basic. You see remover here. This is where you used to auto remove background. If I click it now, you see it's going to remove our background. Now let me click it so that you see. You see, it's telling me stop background removing. If I click confirm, it's going to remove our background. So you use it to remove background of any video, then replace it with another image of your choice. The image must always come under. Now if we should remove the background, let's say for example we have another image here. The image that is at the background now will now be her background. That is how they designed this particular video, you see. Now the next thing you need to do is you come down here. When you come here to what you call mask, maybe you want to put image, two videos together, you want to layer them, you use this, take time to explore it. You want to retouch the image to adjust certain things, facial expression and the rest of them. You can also come here for audio. Maybe you want to edit the audio quality, increase the volume, fading and the rest of them of what you have on the video. You can normalize the sound, and then you can even enhance, reduce the noise. Maybe it has a lot of noise at the background. Use this. Then you have speed and animation. This one will control the speed at which the video is playing, which is exactly what I talk about, that you are actually reversing the you are using the reverse engineering concept to give the video a new touch. So the moment you start adjusting this point, you see the timeline is adjusting based on how you are increasing or trying to reduce the speed of the image. So there is what you do if you want certain things to be better. You can also adjust the pitch. Then you can also have what you call curve. Now this curve is a function of what you call the keyframe. Maybe you want the image to come like this. Let's say for example, as the image as she's talking like this, you want her to come zoom and then come back. You also have the zoom feature. This one is flash and the rest of them. Now the zoom feature is attached here. When you come back to video, you come back to basic, you can use this place to zoom the video. You see, as I'm adjusting whatever feature you want to adjust. This is for the text. Let me come back here so that you see how the text is adjusting. Now let me zoom it. You see, it's adjusting. There's a particular text I'm trying to adjust. Let me go back again. Now this is for text. Let me come back to basic here. You can adjust the font of the text, you can see, or you can also adjust the entire size of the text by using this zoom feature. Look at the scale, you can see. So the same thing with the video. If you want to change it, you come to the, just click on the video, it will give you this basic environment. As you're clicking it, you see. So that is what this allows. Then the keyframe is where you want to zoom. Now you see when you say add keyframe, is going to mark the place. Let's say for example at this very point I want it to be this size, then I'll now move it a little bit, then I'll now zoom it again, then I'll now move it again, I'll now bring it back, then I'll now zoom it again, I'll now take it again, then I'll now move it. As you are moving, you see it's putting markers on it. I'll take it back. Now let me just roll it. You see how the video is shaking back. It's just automatic. So anywhere you want this to be done, you follow this particular pattern. Then the next thing is when you keep scrolling down, you see other elements that you can work with, although most of them are pro. Then the next thing you need to do is you come to what we call color grading and the rest of them. Now this color grading, let me come here. If you click adjustment, this is where it allows you to sharpen the picture or the picture you are seeing, the image. You use this, just watch. You see as I'm adjusting, you see how the image is changing. So you use this to adjust it, to give it what you call color grading. Now you see how it's changing. So based on what you want, if you want it to be reddish, you want to give it a feel, you want it to be like a black and white television. So this is for the first environment. You can see more the exposure, the contrast and the rest of them, the brightness, everything you want is here. Even HSL, this is talking about the volume of the red and the volume of the white color that you want. So use this to adjust it. This also is the curve. If you want to pick a particular color, your target is to make this black darker. Once I click and drop on it, you see it gives me a place where I can drag it down. See, if I drag it down, you see make the darker more darker, and then if I take it up, it will make the darker brighter. So any color you pick, environment you pick, this is where it goes. If I come here, You see different version of it. So depending on the color you want, let's say for example I want to target blue. If I click blue here and then I come and select blue here, you see it's giving me the environment. Just watch as I'm dragging the blue up, you see it's making everything bluish. If I'm dragging everything down, you see anywhere there's blue, it will turn it into a much more darker blue. You can see how this blue turn into a much more darker blue. Even the video too has adjusted itself. So you use reset now to bring it back. Then by the time you are done with this, the next time, okay, we also have what you call color wheel. Yes, color wheel is also here, although this one is mostly for pro. For those who are using DaVinci's Resolve and Adobe Premiere Pro, this color wheel is very powerful too. You see it. It's another highly advanced way of adjusting color, which we talk about color grading. Now by the time you are done with this, if you come to this other point, you can see we have already seen this one. We have what we call stickers. Now these stickers are some emojis and the rest of them that you want to add. Sometimes you want to emphasize a point on a video, you click this. Now it's going to circle that point. Just watch. Let me move it so that you see. Now as I'm moving it, you see is bringing out the red circle. Now this circle you can reduce the size, drag it to where you want, and the rest of them and other features that you want. Then you have what you call effect. Now we have video effect and we have audio effect. Now the video effects are mostly some kind of interesting way features that are attached. You can see them. Sometimes if you watch some video, you see as if they are black. Now if you watch after I click this particular feature, just watch, you see as if some black elements are moving on the screen. You see how the video just shake. Now the same thing if I pick this one, just watch. So anyone you pick will give you what you want. So you continue, you explore them. Let's say for example I want to use this one. Watch. So you can see, let's say for example I want to work with this one, this cinema feature. Just watch. So you can see then, let's say for example I want to work with this zoom lens. Just watch. So this is an auto zoom feature that is there for you. Maybe you don't want to do it manually, and this one is for focusing, just the way you will see your movies. You can see. So all these are there for you to explore. Now you now come, this is for the video effect. For the audio effect, you can come back to this audio here, and then you will see effect here. Click effect, TikTok sound, any sound of your choice. This is cinema sound. So you can drag this sound maybe, and once you click it, it will be added to the timeline. Just watch. I'm going to play the video. You can see how it comes. So you can put any sound of your choice based on how you want the video to look. Then we have stickers. Okay, we have talked about stickers. You have transitioning. Now transitioning are so powerful. They are also like ways of zooming and maybe adjusting certain things based on how you want. Maybe you want the picture to switch, the video to switch from one video to another. Now watch. I have this video. You can see it's from this video is switching to this other video. I put the sound. I can add a transition to this. Let me come back here. Virtually every transition feature here is pro. So here, look at this one now. Let me add this one to this. Now once I click add, but most of the time transition works when you cut the video. Maybe you have two videos that you join. This is it. I'm joining this. Just watch. So you can see. Pay close attention. See. On before it wasn't like this. Let me remove it. Now this is the original form. Now I'm going to add this element. Once I click add, it will add into the next available space that I'm adding. Just watch. You see how it change. I can decide to use this split. Just watch. You can see. I can decide to use this. Just watch. Just watch. So you can see. So all these are very powerful based on how you want. And transitioning is about moving from one keyframe to another, or moving from one picture to another, or moving from one time in a video to another. That is why it adds itself here. You can remove it by just deleting it. Click it and then deleting it. Click and then deleting it. Now it's deleted. Now you can also have caption. Now caption are very powerful. We have caption, which are some of these write-up that you are seeing on this screen. as you watch this video, you see a lot of write-ups and other stuff coming up. Now, the original video that this lady talk is this video. Now they decided to use those feature of color grading to reduce all this background, to make it darker so that the focus will be on her. Now they decided to use text feature that I've showed you to add this text with the background on it. Now if you come down here, let me come here. If I come here continuous, you see something. You can see the zoom her back, even though the text is still alright. I want to show you one important thing here. Let me close this one so that you understand something. Let me see. If you look at this video at this very particular point, you see a woman talking here with this write-up. Now these are images that are now being added to this video, which you call b-rolling. They have added this to the video and then with the write-up on it. Now you can also use this point now to attach caption like that, pick the text of your choice. Now when you click generate, it's going to generate subtitle. That's what we call subtitle. The subtitle is a text that you are going to have on a video. You use it to generate it. You get to see how it's being generated. When you click generate, just watch. I don't want this video to be long because you first need to allow the audio. If I click generate, you see it's telling me generating. So it's going to generate now. Let's watch and see. Let's cancel it. It's going to take so much of our time, but let's see if it was able to generate something small for us. Okay, nothing, but it's going to be something like this where you see the write-up. Just as you click on the text, you get to see the environment, the text by the side here with time attached, and you can generate that, you can extract the text in form of what you call SRT file. SRT file is a time-based format of arranging text for video editing. That means at any point in time, based on the time that you are seeing, a text is already attached to this line where the text will appear on the screen. That is what we call SRT file. So they are in different format based on the video editing software you're using. You also have what we call filters here. Now filters here are almost like what you have to adjust the quality or other stuff in the video. Look at them. Some filter, just the normal filter that you know. You can have landscape, you can have portrait, movie, irrespective of what you want to have on the video. Let me click this one so that
I want to help millions of people make a few extra $1,000.
So those filters ensures that you want to adjust your video to suit what you want to use it for. Whether you want a night scene, you click on a night scene, you see. If you want the video to have that kind of night scene, a very dark shades, listen, then you also have adjustment here where you can customize your adjustment based on your choice. By the time you are done with everything, you come to export here. But before you export, you can put your file name here so that when you close it, it can go back to its original shape that you want. No, it will not go back to its original shape. It will save with the name that you want. Let's say, for example, video editing. Now, once you close it, let's close it. Now, if you look at it now, it has a name. Anytime you want to access it, you click it. You can also delete it. It will bring out the delete option for you here. So let's relaunch it again. Now, so before we export this project, one important thing you need to pay close attention is when we are coming to merge 2 or 3 videos. This is the main point of call, this timeline. Now, if you are merging 2 or 3 videos together, you bring them side by side. You put one by the side of the other. Take note. Take for example this one. I can bring it by the side of this on the same line. Now if I'm using one to a B-roll to put as a B-roll or a B-roll reel that you think of, I'll bring this one and put it under it. Now in putting it under it, I must identify where I want it to be. Whether I want it to be at the beginning, I click and drag. As you are dragging it around, you are taking it to where you want. But make sure as you are starting, make sure you turn off all these features so that it becomes easier for you to move. Because if you allow these features on, just watch, see what will happen. This magnet, especially this magnet feature, when I try to move it to a certain level, it will want to stick to a particular location. So take note. Now, if you are trying to adjust, maybe replace audio of one, maybe this one with a new one you are bringing, you also take note of the timing. When you bring this to the front, as you are moving it, you notice how the timing is moving. The same thing with the audio too. As you take it, you notice how the mouse is changing. If it changes this way, that is good, but if it changes like a curve, see, you are trying to drag the audio volume, so take note of this too. And then the same thing with this end too. If it changes like this, you are trying to move the mouse. If it changes like this, you are trying to cut a part that you don't want. So if you want to just cut from the middle, you use a split, which is this first one. You see, it's splitting it off. You can use this arrow to drag it like this. Use it, drag it. Then if you are bringing it close, just watch. You see, based on what you want. So you take note, just take time and explore. You will definitely get the result you want. Then the zoom, take note. You use it to zoom to see more detailed based on what you want, because these are keyframe, that is attachment of pictures together. So I believe you learned something in this particular video. So see you guys in my next video. However, if you want to record voice too, don't forget the voiceover is here. Then you can take time to explore. You can even switch the image to mirror it the way you want. You use this angle, you can explore it. So to export, you come to this very point that says export. Once you click it, you will now see where it asks you to export. Then you pick the format that you want. Let me remove this particular pro feature that is trying to stop my exporting. Come to this very point, click export. Now you pick the folder you want to save it on. You pick the format, that is the size. You can even take as high as 4K, which is very high resolution. You have your bitrate. This bitrate, it talks about how fast the image of the video is going to be changing. That means the keyframe. That means the timeline, the keyframe, and the host of other things. This is a keyframe too, the same thing. So you pick 30, mostly is okay. Then if you want just audio, you click audio, then MP3, pick the format that you want, MP3, MP4. If you want the video, you come to video here. If you want both, all the same, and you now click export. Once you click export, you give it time, it exports what you want, then your video is ready. Then if you have any question or clarification, let me know in the comment section. Thanks.